This woman just went to the restroom on the airplane, but did not expect to save her own life because of it. Just as she finished using the restroom and was preparing to return to her seat, the plane suddenly shook uncontrollably. The instantaneous weightlessness threw the woman into the air. When she woke up, she found the surroundings in a complete mess. The woman wanted to open the restroom door, but could not open it no matter what. She could only use her feet to force it open. When she came out, she was instantly dumbfounded, only to see a world of ice and snow outside. Apparently, the plane hit a snowy mountain during the flight. After some searching, the woman found her family members. Unfortunately, they had already frozen into ice blocks. She tried hard to dig the bodies out from the snow. At this time, a man heard the sound and came out from the plane. In the entire plane, only the two of them remained. The two could only depend on each other for survival, trying every possible way to leave this place. They collected some usable supplies and then started to set off. Before long, they arrived at the edge of the snowy mountain. This was also the only path to leave this place. The two had to risk their lives, climbing down along the cliff. But for a woman who had a fear of heights since childhood, this was harder than reaching the sky. She stepped into thin air and almost fell down. Fortunately, she was grabbed by the man. After unremitting efforts, the two finally arrived at the mountainside. But the cliff here was 10 times more difficult than the one above. The woman just took one look down and felt dizzy. They had no choice but to move sideways along the ledges. After a few steps, the woman was blocked by a large rock and dared not move forward. She took a look at the cliff beneath her feet and was too scared to move. The man had no choice but to reach out both hands, wanting to pull her over. Although the woman's legs had already gone weak, in order to survive, she could only risk everything. She finally successfully stepped across. But just as the man wanted to move forward, he found there were no more rock ledges. The two were thus trapped on the mountainside in a dilemma. At the critical moment, the man suddenly thought of an idea. He took a leap and jumped down. He happened to fall onto a tree. With the buffer of the large tree, the man successfully survived. He hurriedly told the woman this method was feasible, telling the woman to jump down towards the large tree. But for the woman with a fear of heights, this was truly too difficult. But under the man's encouragement, she still jumped down, directly smashing the man face first into the ground. The man got up and saw the cell phone was also smashed and broken. After a short rest, the two started to continue moving forward. Even if it wasn't broken, there couldn't be a signal. Better to just throw it away. Soon they arrived at another snowy mountain. While walking, the man saw a cave ahead. On this cold, snowy mountain, it couldn't be better for keeping warm. He hurriedly shouted to the woman behind him to make her speed up. But at this time, the woman was clearly a bit physically exhausted. Just as the man wanted to go over to give her a hand, he suddenly saw a terrifying scene, then immediately started shouting and screaming at the woman.